All right, good evening. This will be our Thursday special meeting for our town council. If I could have a roll call vote, please.
Shannon.
Here.
Lee.
Here.
Anthony.
Here.
Lee.
Here.
Edwards. Here. Cavazos. Here. Day.
Here. All right. Our first item on the agenda, actually, I'm going to look out to the audience to see if there's anybody. We did not have citizens' time on the special meeting, but if there's a citizen who would like to speak, I'll give this opportunity to. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So our first item is our action item on, we have a sample motion on page 2. This is for the 2019 budget amendment. And just a little bit of background on this, in doing the budget and the presentation, it was caught that there was a $5,000 that was listed but was not actually added to and accounted for. So this is actually to correct that. And as you can see in the draft motion, it kind of explains that out. And I think even to simplify it, the motion could be just to adopt Resolution 2019-004.
Correct, and this one amends our current physical budget, and then the next one is the motion for the next one, correct?
I'm going to do this one first.
Yes, correct. Yeah, make sure you're on the right page. Page 2.
No.
Mayor, may I?
Yes.
I move the Haymarket Town Council approve an amendment to the fiscal year 2018 through 2019 as designated on Resolution 2019-004 to move unutilized expenses from line item from Police Department OT regular in the amount of $14,000 from the adopted fiscal year 2018-2019 budget, and to amend the Police Department's salary or wages regular line item in the amount of $5,000, amend the Police Department's Police Department salary and wages overtime premium line item in the amount of $5,000, and amend the Police Department salary and wages part-time line item in the amount of $4,000. This amendment will not change the overall Police Department budget nor the overall town adopted budget for fiscal year 2018-2019.
Motion on the floor.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Day. Discussion on the motion. Roll call vote, please. Sure.
Yes.
Oops. Did we have discussion? I'm sorry.
Does everybody understand what we're doing on this current budget?
It's just
If not, I worked with Roberto and I can explain it to you. Everyone good with it?
Roll call vote, please.
Shannon.
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Anthony.
Yes.
Edwards.
Yes.
Cavazos.
Yes.
Day.
Yes.
Okay, that brings us to our second line item of the fiscal year 2020 budget amendment on draft motion on page 6 of our packet. And I think, actually, Councilman Leake, you want to just explain this again. This was the $200,000 that we put as a place setter.
Correct. So we had 2,000 coming in, showing on the
200,000.
200,000 coming in on the revenue side, which was proceeds from a bond, and then on the expenditure side, we also had 200,000 going out for the bond payment for if we were to go out and take the bond on the building. Since we were on agreement at last month's regularly scheduled meeting not to move forward with the $200,000 bond payment, we said there's no need for it to stay in here since it's not coming out of the general fund, it's not coming out of reserves, it's revenue coming in as a bond payment. We'll go ahead and remove it out of the current budget. And then there was a small oversight in regards to the police department office supplies. It was shown as $0, although it should have been at $5,000. So we're removing $5,000 from our public works, town public works line item, reducing that by $5,000 to put the $5,000 on the police department office supplies that was zeroed out.
So there again, we had about just over a $3 million budget. This brings it really to the reality, 2.8. And then if you even take our other streetscape, we're probably at about a 2.6 total budget, if
Less
my
than that,
memory.
yeah.
Yep, less than that. So at that time, I'll entertain a motion we have as outlined on page 6.
I'll be glad to. I move the Haymarket Town Council approved an amendment to the fiscal year 2019-2020 as designated on resolution number 2019-003 to remove the funding and expenditure for the Town Center Master Plan amount of $200,000 from the adopted budget and to amend the Police Department's office supply line item in the amount of $5,000, moving this amount from the Town Public Works line item. This amendment will make the adopted budget for fiscal year 2019-2020 to total $2,802,771.83.
I second the motion.
Discussion on this motion. Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Shannon?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Edwards?
Yes.
Cavazos? Yes. Day.
Wonderful. Okay, our next item, Ms. Emily, if you can take us to ZTA 2019-001, Haymarket Hotel Venture LLC.
Yes. So we have recently received a zoning text amendment application. As you see here, it's ZTA 2019-001. And if you jump ahead to page 13 in your packet this evening, you will see a definition, section 58-10.7, height regulations of our zoning ordinance. Highlighted there in blue text, it's also underlined in case you have a black and white copy. The applicant is requesting to add this sentence into the definition as it exists in the B1 section of our zoning ordinance. It shall read, permitted uses in the B1 district may be erected up to 50 feet in height from grade, building not more than 4 stories above grade. For buildings over 50 feet in height or more than 4 stories, approval shall be obtained as a special use. Chimneys, flues, cooling towers, flagpoles, radio or communication towers, or their accessory facilities not normally occupied by workers are excluded from this limitation. Parapet walls may be permitted per the building code above the height of the building on which the walls rest. So just to clarify, the only sentence changing here is for buildings over 50 feet in height or more than 4 stories, approval shall be obtained as a special use. So the applicant is requesting this zoning text amendment. It's the council's job tonight to refer this application to the Planning Commission so they may schedule and hold a public hearing for the applicant.
So,
Okay.
yes, can I
Go
ask
ahead.
a question? So this has nothing to do with whether we agree with the amendment or not. It's just that it has to be sent, so it can be set for public hearing and public comment and decision there, and then they refer it back to us for a final vote.
That is correct. You're referring it down to the Planning Commission for their review and public hearing and public comment.
I think this is just like housekeeping. This is
That is
something that
correct.
it's already states that the council has to refer to the planning commission, so,
That is correct. Our ordinance states that.
right, okay, all right.
If there are no other questions or discussion, I have added in here on page 15 of your packet a resolution that can be passed referring the application to the Planning Commission.
Mayor, may I have the floor?
Yep.
Mayor, I make a motion to approve Resolution 2019-005, a resolution directing the Planning Commission to act on the pending zoning text amendment application for Haymarket Hotel Ventures LLC.
A second.
Motion on the floor, seconded by Councilman Day. Discussion on this motion.
I have a comment. I just want to make sure, I agree that agreeing to this, we're not agreeing to any SUP approval or anything else. It's just to give our citizens an opportunity to come and voice their opinion of this. Am I correct?
Maybe I
Correct.
can
So the-
go ahead, I'm sorry.
So the process would be that we recommend we ask the planning commission to hear the zoning text amendment. At that time, the planning commission holds their round of public hearings to hear public input and comment. They then can defer and wait to another meeting to act, or they can act at that meeting. At that time, whether it be an approval or denial, will then come to the town council for their final say. At that time, we hold another round of public hearings to hear the public's input on the matter. At that point, we go ahead and can either approve or deny the zoning text amendment to change the zoning text as is, as what is stated here. At that point, it still has to go through an SUP process, because all this is changing the text of our zoning ordinance. So then, if the applicant wants to, their special use permit would go into front of the planning commission, which would hold another public hearing to hear the special use permit. At that point, whether it be for or against, would have to come back to the town council for another round of public hearings. At that point, we would then make a decision, yes or no. So you're talking, granted, if the zoning text amendment is approved, 4 public hearings on the matter, but 2 and 2 on both sides.
And again, in short, just doing our due diligence to let our citizens voice their opinions.
They're voicing their opinions, and this is also an application that has been put in by a proposed property owner, yes. So you're doing the due diligence of the property owner by sending it down to the planning commission for them to discuss and do their due diligence on it.
Okay.
And it allows our residents to be able to speak on the matter as well.
There again, we're referring it. We're taking this application, we're referring it to the proper
Absolutely.
vetted process. Yeah. Further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Shannon?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Edwards? Yes. Cavazos? Yes. Day?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, great, thank you very much. Our last item is closed session, and I think there's some specific language for the matters that I'd like to bring up in closed session, so.
Sure. The town moves to enter into closed session pursuant to 2.2 3711A1 of the Code of Virginia to discuss the assignment, appointment, promotion, performance, demotion, salaries, disciplining, or resignation of specific public officers, appointees, or employees of the town.
So moved.
And just need a second.
Second.
Second. All right, discussion on the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, passes unanimously. All right, I'm
No,
sorry.
I was opposed.
Oh, okay, pardon me, didn't hear that. So we have Vice Mayor opposed for that, for the record. Okay, motion passes, so we'll be back shortly.
Chief have candy?
Okay, we're going to go ahead and come back into regular session, and if you could bring us back into regular session, Alon.
Sure. The town moves to adjourn closed session and resume this meeting in open session, and certifies that the only items discussed in closed session were matters authorized by 2.2-3711A1.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Shannon?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Edwards? Yes. Cavazos? Yes. Day?
Yes.
Okay. We have a motion. I'll go ahead and have the attorney read, and then we'll do a so moved if so directed.
The town moves to censure the ARB members who attended the ARB meeting on June 19, 2019, for the inappropriate conversations that occurred at the dais during the recess.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Shannon?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Edwards?
No.
Cavazos? No. Day?
Abstain.
Any reason for abstention for the record?
Because, no reason.
He said no reason.
No reason.
No reason for the record. Mayor votes yes. Form of the second motion?
The town moves to recommend training for the ARB members with regard to the duties, responsibilities, ethics, conduct, and procedures for those members of the ARB who were present at the June 19, 2019 meeting.
So moved.
Friendly amendment, oh, you need a second first, don't you?
Second.
Okay. Friendly amendment, can we do it for the entire board? I mean, or no?
Meaning
I mean, shouldn't it be the whole board does training?
ARB or?
Yes. He just said the ones that were in attendance at that particular meeting.
Point.
Good
Yes.
point.
Except for friendly amendment.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Discussion on that motion? Roll call vote, please.
Shannon,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Edward,
Yes.
Cavazos, Jay.
Yes.
All right, thank you all very much. This should adjourn our meeting. I'll take that motion to,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you all very much.